Ladies and gentlemen, we got a deep dive. So it is June 22nd, 2023, and we got a little miscreant to round out the Hunter team. You guys all know who I'm talking about. We're talking about Rebecca, who is just over to my your right to my left. So this is a deep dive video. You guys know how we're going to do this. I have some pre-recorded footage from my main account going deep into Rebecca's kit. We're going to talk about proper gearing. And then after the deep dive, we're going to show you, or I'm going to show you, mainly PvP footage. So if you want to see... if we want to talk about PvE, I don't think she's that good for PvE. I think she's mainly used for the current Endless Battle that is currently going on in the Endless Battles event, which is what replaced Rise of Heroes. And then she's primarily a PvP character. She's kind of a mix of a hunter, support / attacker. So let's dive into the pre-recorded footage first, and then we'll come back here and I will commentary and walk you guys through the PvP footage that I had recorded. So let's dive in. Okay, so full disclosure, my Rebecca, all of my testing was done pretty much at this level. That is Hyper Evolved, S level 75, and X30. I took her right after unlock, right from exclusive 0, right to exclusive 30. Do I recommend doing that? Hell no. Okay, so my second impression, so 8 hours-ish after unlock, I would say she's just an okay character. Is she worthy of Hyper Evolve X30? I would say no, unless you really want to develop your hunters, because that's what this team's going to require, is a lot of development. She is like Moriyami at X20 can almost do as much damage, if not a little bit more than her. She's kind of a mix between damage and support, which you'll see in some of the footage after this deep dive. So let's go in. Again, I don't like her cinematic. I don't like her artwork. I just had to say that. Let's start with the gear. So you can go... All right, I'll let this finish so it's not distracting. It's like the longest, most annoying cinematic ever. Yeah, okay. Done? You done? Okay, good. So you can go a couple different ways with her gear. You can go... She can crit, so she is a crit-based damage dealer like some of the other hunters, namely like Rosaris and Moriyami and Prigor. She's a crit-based, speed-based hunter character. And her gearing is actually kind of straightforward. You can run her in Sun Signet plus Gluttony. You can run her in Signet plus... what is it called again? This stuff, Unleashed. As you see, I don't really have a whole lot of pieces of Unleashed. Unleashed, I think, is going to be better, in my opinion, for her. But make sure that you get proper pieces before you go all in. My Gluttony is better because we all can get Gluttony from week 1 of playing this game. So you can go Sun Signet, Gluttony, Sun Signet, Unleashed. You can go Gluttony and Zephyr. You can go Unleashed and Zephyr. Work whatever you got to... Use whatever gear you have. As you see, I have her here in a Gluttony and Zephyr because the current Endless Battle requires her to kind of hit a certain speed benchmark. So that's why I have that set built up as well. But for PvP right now, this is the way to go. And I'm sorry that I have to make you guys succumb and sit through this cinematic again. I wish you could skip it. So that's the gear. You want crit rate on the hands. You want attack on the head. You want attack on the boots. And then you want up top, you kind of want crit rate and then crit damage. And then you want, say, like attack percentage and attack speed. She does benefit from a little bit of accuracy, but you'll see when we read her kit that it's not that important because she has a really, really, really high base level accuracy skill. So as you see, yeah, basically crit hands, attack head, attack feet, and then up top and all your substats, look for crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, attack speed, right? Okay, so that's the gearing. And since we're on gearing, we might as well go through this. Like any other triple S character, just do it all. really just do it all. The hunters are squishy, and they put out the DPS. So really, you need everything. You need defensive and offensive stats. So let's read some of this blues, because I've been caught unaware on some of these blues. Some of them do some interesting things. So when you continue to attack the same target, the damage done to the enemy will gradually increase up to 5%. Cool. That's the first time I've seen that, I think. After the basic attack damages the same target 3 times, the damage of the third one is increased by 16%. Cool. Okay. Awesome. After the rage skill. She doesn't have a rage skill? All right. Well, I got to put that in a bug report. Unless that's ultimate, she doesn't have a rage skill. The damage caused by the next 3 basic attacks increased by 14%, cannot be stacked. Rage skill. When a spell critically strikes, okay, the damage will be increased by 9%. This effect will only take effect at most once every 3 seconds. So there you go. She needs crit rate. She needs some crit rate. And then her exclusive, well, actually, we'll briefly touch on her exclusive. Her exclusive is an attack exclusive. We're going to get into the actual skills descriptions in her kit, since they're now listed in the kit. But basically, if you take her to X30, you're getting 40% extra attack. Let's look at the strategy. What do they recommend? So they say that she is an attack speed and an attack character. I would say that crit should be on there as well, but okay. And they're, as such, Unleashed, Zephyr, and Hero. Fifth Element. I guess Fifth Element kind of fits her kit, but there's better ones out there. All right, let's dive into her kit then. So she is an energy-based character. See, she's a balanced character, not rage, even though she does seem to have a rage skill in her kit that will never be used. We need a little clarification on that. So her ultimate, Rebecca, enters the supercharge mode. What does that mean? Her basic attack is replaced by 2 volleys for 6 seconds. So when they say 2 volleys, it's not just she's firing off 2 volleys. You'll see when you do her abilities, like in game, that it can go off multiple times, and it'll be like these giant yellow shots. It'll change from just her basic, just the normal non-cool animation for basic, and it'll switch to this volley animation. But she can do it a couple times in that 6 seconds. So she can go 2 extra volleys and then during the supercharge mode, every 150 attack speed grants 1 extra volley up to 2. So she can do 4 volleys, right? 4? Yes. So she does 2 normally, and then she can do an additional 2, so 4 volleys in her ultimate. Each volley deals damage equal to 100% of her attack, with additional true damage equal to 4% of the target's max HP during supercharge mode. That target max HP is because she was built, I do believe, to make the hunters the tank counter, and I do have some tank or anti-tank PvP footage for you after the deep dive. And then every other thing, volley damage is increased, right? Volley damage in supercharge is decreased. Talent modifiers. Upon completion of her supercharge, she's instantly going to activate her Annihilation Beam, which is her first common skill. And the exclusive effect is, before entering supercharge mode, she's going to fire a knockback volley at a target, prioritizing the affected target. I do believe that means the nearest target. She's going to knock them back. So that's cool. If a tank is right in her face, soon as she hits ultimate, she's going to push them back and then whap them, right? That's what that means. Annihilation Beam. This is her first common skill. Rebecca fires a laser beam that deals damage to all targets in a straight line equal to 400% of attack. So an AoE, but it's a narrow AoE. I haven't even noticed it. It's not like Jaina's laser, which is huge and wide and bright, and it's in your face. This one, I don't even see it. Talent modifier. This skill restores 100 energy to Rebecca every time she kills an enemy. So she is kind of like, everyone asking me questions today. She is kind of like Jaina in that regard. But if you're going up against tanks, it's not that great, because there's only 5 targets to choose from. And I'd say that this, maybe hunters can take on summoners. I'm going to have to test that. I'm going to test that now. So if I do make that work, you will also see that at the end of this segment. Her exclusive Ray of Destruction enhancement. If the target has invincibility or guardian state, aka Nord, Leo, or all the tanks, Rebecca gains that effect for 5 seconds. So if a tank is in her face and she hits him with her beam, she's going to get that 50% extra damage reduction. So right, they're in her face, she's going to be she's going to knock him back, she's going to steal that, and she's going to become a little bit tankier so that she doesn't die. Knockback volley. Rebecca fires a knockback volley at the closest enemy. It'll knock them back within attack radius so she can still hit them. She's going to knock them back to the edge of her range and deal damage equal to 600% of attack. Big hit. Prioritize targets within the attack radius. I don't know why they had to add that. It's the closest enemy. It pushes them back to the attack radius and whaps them. Talent modifier read. This skill triggers the effect of basic attacks. So if you run her under Carmota, then this counts as a basic attack. Exclusive. Knockback volley enhancement has an 80% chance based on Rebecca's accuracy to stun the target for 2 seconds. So 200 accuracy is going to double it, so it'll be 160% chance. So 100 accuracy is going to give you 50%. So 130. So really, all you need is 25 accuracy. Okay, let me think here. 200 is 40%. Okay, 200 is 40%, or 80%. 100 is 40%. 50 is 20%. So you only really need 50 accuracy to make that 100% chance. And you can get that from basically her guild tech. So as you see, I have 60, which is more than enough. So you really don't have to get that much accuracy. You pretty much get all of it from your guild tech. And then her other skill, this is kind of like a passive, actually. At the beginning of battle, all allied hunters gain 5 layers of light barrier. What is that? Light barrier. When heroes receive damage, that damage cannot exceed 14% of their max HP. So, cuts it down significantly. No one-shot mollywops coming to the hunter's way. After each hit, though, the light barrier diminishes by 1. At the beginning of battle, if there are at least 3 hunters in the team, she will automatically teleport to the back row of the lineup. So if you got 2 hunters in the back, and she's in the middle or the front, she's going to go right in between them. So there's going to be 3 heroes in the back row. They're going to be all tightly grouped, which is perfect because then they just pew from the back. So not a backline character, Rebecca. You want to put 2 other hunters in the backline and have her midline or frontline. Level 3, so, oh, there we go, even better. Damage taken cannot exceed 8%. Okay. I think there's an argument here that you want all skills for her. I would say that is true. I would actually go for all skills if you're looking for her commander. Talent modifier reads, every time an allied hero dies, an allied hero. Okay, so you notice how that doesn't say an allied hunter. So, say you're going to see the team that I'm going to show you in PvP is Becca, Razaris, Moriami, Miranda, and Leo. So if Leo, he's the sacrificial lion. See what I did there? He's going to spin to the back. When he dies, they're all going to get topped up with 5 stacks of light barrier, right? So Leo, yes, how far he's fallen. He used to be so OP, and now he's just a sacrificial lion. And here's her X30. This is the X30 right here. Light barrier enhancement. Each layer restores 50 energy. So right off the beginning, each hero is going to get 250 energy right off the bat. And then when Leo or another hero dies, they're going to get all their stacks of light barrier, and they're going to get that energy right back. So this is kind of like a safety mechanism, right, to prevent, insta death. All of this adds for survivability to the hunter team. So that is her kit. Now, let's see. Does it say recommend? There we go. I want to read Carmoda's kit for you too, because it all kind of plays together. For every 3 basic attacks made by allied heroes on the same target, trigger the effect inflict 300% of attack as true damage. And then class effect. When there are 3 or more hunters deployed, for every 5 basic attacks from allied ranged heroes on the same target, trigger this effect. Knock the target back to the edge of the attacker's range and stun them for 1 second. Which is why, say, like, her knockback ability is considered a basic attack, right? So it'll go towards the Carmoda knockback stun effect. And then in PvP, they just get the increased HP damage bonuses. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, is there anything else I need to talk about? I don't think that's it. I think that's it. So let's go watch some other gameplay footage. All right. Did I talk about gear in that video? I was kind of just zoned out there. Let's go back here. Yes, I did. Okay, cool. I did talk about gear. Whoa. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's end this. Now let's pull up some PvP footage. Okay, as I pull it up on the screen, here we go. All right. So, this girl, or this hero, she's a girl though. She was advertised, or she came as advertised by me. I do believe I put it out there too, that this was going to make the hunter team the tank killing team. So this footage is going to be me versus Darkology, who is in my alliance, in my guild. Now, Dark's team is a tank team. It is a team that I have struggled with a lot. I was actually going to make a video highlighting how good this team was, because it annihilated every single team I threw against it. It annihilated my tanks. It annihilated my energy, my summoners, my vanguard. I couldn't touch this thing. Every once in a while on a mirror match, I might win, but it was maybe 1 out of 10. So this is I didn't expect to beat him, because his tanks are so good. But let's just run through it. So, like I said, let's back it up. So what I'm running for my team is I got a level 50 Carmoda, but it's got really crappy hero bonuses. It's only got like an Emma all skills +1. So I'm getting 0 hero bonuses from my commander. But I do have a level 4 Attract Beholder, which is going to give me the lifesteal. So this is considered if you want to really build this team, you're going to have to use this prototype. And then I got Prism Amulet just to keep Leo alive. And then I got the Healing Horn just because it's my next highest level healing trinket or prototype. Now, keep in mind too, the way that Rebecca's kit is that every time a member of the team dies, it's going to refresh the stacks of light barrier on the rest of the team. So you'll notice as we go through some of this PvP footage, I'll get up to 14 stacks of light barrier over the course of a fight before they reach my hunters, because Leo's going to die twice with the Miranda injection, if you so choose to give him the Miranda injection. But what I really want Leo to do on this team is to get to the back line and then just die 3 times. So he's going to, or twice, he's going to get his cheat death, and then he's going to get his injection revival. Both of those are going to count, and they're going to refresh all the stacks of light barrier on my team. As well, Rosaris is going to get an injection. If she dies, I get the stacks refreshed, but then she's going to revive. And then if she dies again, I'm going to get more stacks, although Rosaris is usually the last one standing. So there's kind of a high-level overview of the whole team and how it works. Now, you can kind of see by the levels, Rebecca's level 75, she's X30. Rosaris, she's level 60. This is Summit Hyper Evolved, level 60. She's X30. And Moriami is X20. Leo is also X30, level 120. And Miranda is normal, level 240, and she is also X30. So that is the entire team. But you can still see it is a 500,000 punch-up, which you can barely see beside my head. So, and this is the team that he was running that was causing me so much grief. I don't know how he's got it. Oh, actually, you know what? I do know how he's got him built, because I had him DM me the details. And they are stellar. He's got the Titan's Hammer. He's got all the good stuff. So watch how this plays out.
So Leo gets up there, and they're all going to focus on Leo. You all know that tanks just destroy vanguards, but he is going to get behind him. He's going to get behind him, so he's going to kind of take the heat off my hunters. And this whole time, and just so you, let's pause it right here. Pause it. So you see the stacks. These are the numbers, right? See these numbers? These are your light barrier stacks. So I'm at full health. They haven't been touched, and they are sitting here just peppering this team. And actually, I might be wrong. Leo just died, and I didn't get a stack. But you see Panda, he's almost dead. Because the hunters are sitting here just pewing away. There we go. Okay, so that did count. So Leo's cheat death, his actual cheat death. Now I got 8 stacks, right? 8 stacks of light barrier. So I got, because you get 3 when one of your teammates dies. This counted as a death. And did Panda just die? Panda's dead. All right, so that tank team just lost their Panda and a healer, I do believe. So it's kind of gimped right now, and you see now the knockbacks are going into effect, and we're just pushing everybody away. Wamagon's in there. Wamagon one-shot. His Wamagon is no joke. He just one-shot my Miranda. But remember with this light barrier, and you see now I'm up to 11 because I went from 8, and then Miranda died, and I got another 3. That is only going to take off 8%. Like, Wamagon can hit me as hard as he wants. He's only going to take off 8% of their health if he gets to me until these get down to 0. And tanks, well, Wamagon is an AoE, but Zeta isn't. So Zeta's going to have to sit here and just bang her head off them for 11 hits before she can actually do something. And the whole time, they're just pinging her back, pinging her back, pinging her back. As soon as Rizeris goes off, it's going to be lights out for Zeta. Zeta's full health because his Zeta is a one tanky woman. But there we go. And Wamagon just died. Just got completely teed off on by my Rebecca. And you see he came over here and he whacked Rebecca, knocked her over, but didn't kill her. Didn't kill her. And now it's just Zeta. And there she goes. She's going down. She's dead. That's how the team works, ladies and gentlemen. It just pew-pews you to death. Leo is up front. He's going to sacrifice himself for the benefit of the team. And then the hunters are going to do their job. Now, I got to pull this over here as I queue up the last footage. Now, where are we? Non-tank PvP. Okay, so there's how the tank teams go. And just for reference, I tested a bunch against Dark. And I won, I think I lost 1 of them. So I probably tested, I don't know, 8 times. I lost once out of 8. So pretty reliable. I was trying against a different tank team with Rez in it. Now, when they put Rez in the team, it's a little bit harder. It's not guaranteed. And that was against Dockley's team. I don't know if you know him, but he is also a killer. So now, I just randomly went through my friends list and started pulling up teams. This is not a team you're going to see in Summon Arena. Look at, he's still running a Cabal. What are you doing on my friends list, buddy? But this is like a hodgepodge kind of crappy team. But you can kind of highlight a little bit of what hunters do. They're just going to get, like, look at Bailey back here. He's trying to go after the hunters, but the hunters all have those stacks of light shields, so Bailey can hit them as hard as he wants. He's only going to take off a set percentage of damage, and now Bailey's dead. And Leo, so watch Leo here. Leo is going to be interesting. So Leo's in my line. Miranda's almost dead. Leo's up here behind my bar. So he's hitting him. We're down to 2 stacks. And then we went right back up to 5 stacks because I don't know what happened. I must have procced a Leo immunity. And they're dead. Like, it doesn't matter how hard they get whacked. Due to that light barrier mechanic, it's just that he's got to continuously blow through them in order to kill them. So this is kind of a Vanguard team with Rez and Nord, right? So these guys, you know, they're just going to get... Vanguards are going to get leveled by hunters. So my Miranda's dead. I'm not sure who killed him. But now Crete's dead. Now Barog's dead. Now I got 10 stacks of light barrier because of Leo dying. And now Nord is barely alive. And now I got 13 stacks. And now my Leo died again. Now I got 17 stacks of light barrier, and it's just Rez. You kind of see how this team works. So really, She's the one giving them so much survivability. Plus, you kind of need Miranda for those injections. Otherwise, you're going to be losing some life or light shield. What is this? A summoner team. Okay, but it's got Oasis, so keep that in mind. But they're just going to... Yeah, Rosaris has anti-summoner built into her kit. It's not going to go well for them. Not going to go well for them. I don't know if you guys have been watching the damage meter, but look at Moriami. Right now, you can kind of... Oh, you can't see it. Let me pause this. So I said... I can't remember if I said somewhere, but Moriami, don't sleep on her. She does a crap ton. This is an Immortal 0 normal level 240 X20 Moriami. And she does a lot of damage. She does a lot. Go read her kit again. It's good. She is good. I would consider taking her up to X30 and hyper evolving her, and I might. She is pretty good, actually. So what is this? We're still killing summoners. And Dan's going down. And Dan's dead. I didn't lose anybody. Pretty much full health. Up next, what do we got? And I had 20 stacks of light barrier somehow. I don't know how that happened when I didn't lose anybody. I don't know if she refreshes light. I don't think she refreshes light barrier natively in her kit. I thought someone had to die. So what is this? This is another summoner team. It's got Miranda on it though and Muka, so keep that in mind. This isn't your typical summoner team. Leo's dead already just because he's the pin cushion for all that summoner damage incoming. But you see my light barriers are up to 8. Miranda's doing her best she can, putting those shields down. The shields do benefit hunters. They do apply true damage. And now Miranda's dead. And then Ampu's... Look at Ampu just got annihilated by Ryzeris. X30 Ryzeris is just a monster damage dealer. Absolute monster. And now it's over. They did kill Moriami because they dropped a bear on her head. Can you survive a bear being dropped on your head? Okay. Here we go. Okay, so this is a little bit better, but also keep in mind that they got Rez paired with Dan. Sorvelli should be in the back line, and Rez should be paired with Ampu, but it is a Nord. So how do hunters deal with a Nord? Well, again, Sacrificial Lion, heading right into the fray. And all the hunters, you see, and I got to highlight this. So you notice how she jumps to the back line? She'll jump right in between the back two hunters. So you put your two hunters in the back, and then she just slots in right there and just creates a huge wall of pew-pew. And that's what they do. They just pew-pew. So yeah, Nord, go ahead. You can kill my Miranda. Because remember, they have lifesteal too with the track beholder. Miranda's just there just for the shields are nice, but it's the injections that really help out. To increase Rosaris' damage. So, Ampu's going to go bye-bye. Yeah. Ampu's dead. And then here goes Rosaris, and watch the whole team just melt. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. And again, somehow I had 14 stacks of light shield at the end of that. Alright, this is... I think I don't fight this one, because that's just the weird tag team. Grimlock, Vanguards. Do I fight Grimlock? No, you've always seen Vanguards. Karaz. No, I think that's it. I think I ended here. I'm trying to look for like some decent teams. You've already seen Vanguards. That's the team we fought at the beginning. I think that's it. Energy. Oh, here we go. Let's watch Energy. Okay, so Energy sounds like it'd be painful, right? Because you got Jaina back there, and it is the Miranda is an X30 because you see Nord has the injection and Luke also has the injection. So this is going to be painful, but remember those light shields make it so that even if I take a Jaina nuke to the face, it's only going to reduce my light shield by 1, and it's going to take off 8% of my max HP. So Luke goes to the back. Not Luke. Leo goes to the back and causes a little bit of issues. He's got Nord turned around. That's part of why you want Leo on this team. So, boom. There goes Jaina. And you see my light shields went down to 2, 2, 4. And now they're gone. Now just Rosaris has a light shield. But that's enough time. And there, my Leo died. And you see he died pretty much back to back. So my light shields jumped up to 6. So I had 0, and then it went to 3, and then to 6. Rosaris, I think, had 2 left, which is why she's got 4, 4, 6. But now it is Nord and Luke. Okay. How can the Hunters do against a Nord and a Luke? You wouldn't think that well, right? And there, now it's just Rosaris. But Luke's dead. That was his death. And he's going to peel over from sadness. Nord is still up. There's Nord's death. But at X30, Rosaris has a revive mechanic. So as Nord died, he took her out, but then she came back. That was a thing of beauty. Let's watch that in a full time. So I'm right in the middle. I'm killing Jaina and Miranda up there with my Leo. And now it's Nord and Luke on the Hunters. And now it's 2 versus 1. Rosaris versus Luke. And blah, blah, blah. And now she's dead. Nord wasted the ability. And now I'm alive. And now you would lose. So that worked. I wouldn't want to try that in a summon arena. I think I would save this more for summoner teams or tank teams. Ideally tank teams, because we don't really have, we didn't have a good tank counter unless you had the Hunters built up way more. You could have Prygor in there instead of Rebecca. I think I highlighted that in one of my summon arena videos, but Rebecca adds a whole new level to that. So ladies and gentlemen, 30-minute video deep dive. This tends to be how long these things are. Oh, what do we want to use as a word for the day? Pelican. Why the hell did I say pelican? Pelican is the safe word of the day. Put that down in the comments. I'll know you made it to the end of this video. Tell me your thoughts, your concerns, your feelings about Becca. TLDR. She's just kind of meh. She does do decent damage, but you saw that Moriami will do more damage. It's really the Ryzeris show. It's just that Rebecca brings a level of support to the team as well as attack. So she's kind of a hybrid character, and she does good things, and that makes it easy. If I can beat Darkology, I am definitely confident I will use that team in Summon Arena against tanks. So, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, thanks for coming. Cheers, peace, bye-bye.